Welcome back to my channel, Reese TV. Obviously, I know it's been a minute, people. It's been a real minute, but I'm gonna start uploading videos regularly again. Obviously, the season is upon us. It's literally starts tomorrow with Arsenal against Coventry, and then Liverpool's got their game on Sunday, a massive game against Newcastle. It's gonna be my preview for the game. Obviously, we know Liverpool versus Newcastle is always quite a rivalry there. Previous games, there's always been high scoring games. There's always a bit of needle. It's not a meaningless game. It's always one of those games that's going to be a tricky type of game. It's definitely not going to be easy. They've got a new manager, Mateus Jesse. He's quite a good manager. He likes to like high intensity, versatile, and aggressive pressing kind of play. He had quite an impressive role with his previous club in the Middle East. So Newcastle definitely have a good manager. Obviously, they've lost Eddie Howe. They've lost a few players as well. The biggest one, the two biggest players they've lost, Bruno Guimaraes went to Arsenal, and Tonali went to Tottenham. So I'll definitely say Newcastle are weaker and they're in a transition period. But so are Liverpool. We've got a new manager of Areola. We've signed a few players. Obviously, we're waiting on the outcome to see what's going to go on with Barcola and a couple wingers, and we're still short in a couple places. But pre-season's been quite decent. We're pressing again. We're working hard. We're closing down. We're moving the ball quickly. So this game is definitely going to be an interesting game. And obviously, as we know from previous, we signed Isak last season, and the way we signed Isak forcing him to kind of have to submit a transfer request and him not training and going on strike and stuff like that. So I definitely still think they're going to be in their feelings when this game, when we do have this game. Games against Newcastle are never easy, especially when we're going to play them at St James's Park. They've got the home crowd, the home advantage. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a tricky game. Obviously, Liverpool, like I said, we got to make sure we get the 3 points. Our pre-season's been decent. Obviously, for me, pre-season's not really about the results. Obviously, yeah, you want to win every game, but pre-season is mainly about match fitness, getting players up to speed, trying to understand the manager's philosophy, how the manager wants you to play, what the manager wants from each player. Obviously, Areola's quite similar to Klopp in terms of that high intensity pressing, running around, non-stop, working for the team, moving the ball quickly, trying to be fit, trying to outwork your opponents, and also having that quality. So it will be interesting. Like I said, it won't be an easy game. It's never an easy game against Newcastle. Obviously, I'm going to back my team, Liverpool. I think we're going to win. I'm going for, if I'm starting lineups, obviously Alisson in goal. Conor Bradley's injured, so Frimpong's had a decent pre-season, so I'm going for Frimpong at right back. Kirkes at left back. I'm going for Jake and Van Dijk. Obviously, Arojo, who we signed on loan from Barcelona, looked good in his cameo against Como. I've seen a bit of inside training and whatnot. He looks, like I said, a very good player. If he can stay fit, he's big, he's strong, he's athletic, he can read the game. It's just about the injuries. So I'm going with Jake at centre-back, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes with Arojo and Van Dijk. In the middle, the two pivots, I'm going with Wirtz. No, sorry, Wirtz in the 10. I'm going with Szoboszlai and Gravenberch as the double pivot. Obviously, you've got Trey. Trey's one definitely took out for this season. I think this will be a breakthrough season for him. That's a wonder kid in the making. Got so much potential, a lot of talent. But yeah, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai in the pivot. Obviously, Szoboszlai's a new vice captain, so he's got a bit more responsibility this season. He had quite a great season in terms of GA and output last season with his assists and goals. Obviously, we didn't have a great season overall, but he was probably one of the shining lights last season. So this season, I'm expecting, I've got a lot of expectations when it comes to Szoboszlai. Wirtz in the 10, obviously, he didn't really have a great season last season. Weren't really all his fault. He was adjusting to the league and whatnot. But new language, new teammates. Obviously, the league's a lot more aggressive, quicker, more physical, and obviously the manager we had weren't the greatest with Slot in terms of how he decided to change his tactics, and the style of playing the football was just way too slow. Obviously, I'm confident that Verts is going to have a good season this season because Ariola's looking just to play him in the 10. He's not going to be moving him about on the left or as the false 9. He's looking to build up that partnership between Isak and Verts. So that seems to me that will be quite promising. And like I said, I've got expectations on Verts this season. There's a lot of pressure on him as well. I think he's going to deliver and come through with shining colours. But there's definitely is a lot of expectation because of the amount of money we bought him for last season, and it wasn't the greatest. It was a decent, but more underwhelming. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Verts in the 10. On the left, probably Gakpo's going to be one to start this game. On the left at the minute, obviously we don't know if he's going to be here come the end of the transfer window. Obviously strong links with Tottenham, and obviously previously, like I said, we've been linked with Barcola all season, which I do think gets over the line, similar to Isak last season, but it seems like it's dragging out for the whole summer, and it's going to happen just before the window closes. I would have liked to have him in beforehand, but it is what it is. On the right, it's Rio or Muniz, but I think Rio's going to play on the right because you've seen Rio playing on the right during pre-season. Obviously, a lot of the fan base is a bit up in the air, not really. It's a bit 50-50. Some don't mind him playing on the right and feel he's young enough, he should be able to adapt and add more strings to his bow, but some feel he's not as accomplished on the left yet, and you can see he looks uncomfortable learning that position, so it will be interesting. But Areola has stressed beforehand that he does like all his wingers to be versatile and adaptable to be able to play left and right. So yeah, I'm probably going to go Rio on the right, Gakpo on the left, Isak up front. That should be a strong enough team to get the 3 points. Like I said, it won't be an easy game. I'm going for a 3-1, and I'm going for Isak to score, Gravenberch to score, and Szoboszlai to score. Like I said, end of the day, it's about getting the 3 points. Ideally, I want us to perform, come out the blocks sharp, closing down, pressing, looking like we want it more. You got to win that midfield battle. You got to settle the crowd within the first 10 to 20 minutes because St James's Park is definitely going to be rocking because it's first game of the season and there is a bit of needle there, like I've said, because there's history between Liverpool and Newcastle. But I back us to get the 3 points. Let me know, obviously, in the comments and whatnot, what you think the score is going to be, score predictions, and who you think should start, who you think will start. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out, people.